Good morning. I am here in Pamplona, waiting for the bus to Saint Jean. Let's see what happened yesterday. Made it to the albergue, checked in. It was a pretty nice place. It was the Aloha hostel here in Pamplona. Met some folks. I hadn't slept on the trip at all. Had to zoom out, sorry. Didn't sleep on my travels to Spain. So I checked in, took a shower, which felt really nice. Went out and had some pinchos and some wine, a couple beers. And then on the way back to the hostel, I stopped at the store and picked up a nice local Spanish wine from the Rioja region. The bottle was €3. And I went back to the hostel and talked to some other pilgrims. I did my laundry. I only washed my socks and my underwear, and I hung them out to dry. And this was before I even went out for pinchos. And we're sitting there on the patio, a handful of us, and then the albergue manager comes in and tells us, the patio's closing for the evening. I had finished my bottle of wine. We all go inside, and the door gets locked, and then I realize my socks and my underwear are still out on the drying rack. Slept okay. It was pretty warm in the room. One light snore, but not a big deal for me. I got a full 8 hours of sleep. Felt great when I woke up. And went and had some coffee and some toast and some juice that was provided. Look at this, the Pamplona fortifications. It's pretty cool. And waited for a hospitalero to hopefully unlock the patio and get my underwear and socks. But I learned that the hospitalero would not appear until about 11, which is a problem for me. My bus leaves at 10. And so I got creative. The room that I was staying in had a window that opened to the patio. And the window, I opened it all the way and I climbed out on the patio and got my stuff. So everything turned out pretty good. Got some hiking poles, and then when I get to Saint Jean today, I'll find a pocket knife and a buff. I think those are the only things I need, and hopefully maybe a patch, a scallop shell patch or something like that. Anyway, I walked to the bus station this morning with a Peregrino named Chris. As it turns out, he's from Fort Collins. So we talked about Colorado. This was his fourth Camino. He said he's 74, I think. He doesn't look it. Very healthy guy, and very interesting. We walked to the bus station together because he was on the same bus. And then we met another Peregrina from Holland. Her name was Marianne, I believe. And she's, I think, in her 70s also. Really nice folks, and we sat and had some coffee together. And then I figured I would come out and record my video of the first day, at least what happened. The plan for today is, again, in about an hour we get on a bus to Saint Jean-Pied-de-Port in France. Bus ride should take about just short of 2 hours, and then a full day in Saint Jean to relax, and then set off on Camino tomorrow. So that's the update for today. I can't believe I almost lost a pair of underwear and a pair of socks before I even started. But things worked out. So that's it for today. Boy, these fortifications are cool. It reminds me of the fortifications in Tarragona, Spain. Pretty sweet. Oh, and there's somebody down there with their dog. Let's go and take a look. I think that's somebody. I'm going to turn around the camera and see. Is that a person? Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Interesting. Oh, there's the dog. Yay! Cool. Hello there. I am in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. Got here this morning. Left Pamplona at about 10 o'clock. Had an entire bottle of Rioja wine to myself last night. I wasn't by myself, but I was the only one that drank. And this morning I was feeling a little bit crusty, so got on the coach bus in Pamplona. Almost a 2-hour ride over mountain passes. I mean, you can see how tall the mountains are. I usually don't get motion sickness, but I think it was a combination of crusty, and then on top of that, you throw a couple coffees in the morning. Checked into my albergue. The hosts are wonderful, and they're cooking a pilgrim dinner, a communal dinner for tonight. Lights out at 10:30. They've asked all of their guests to turn off their alarms so that everybody wakes up together. 6:45, breakfast at 7, and then starting over the Pyranees towards Roncesvalles. So with any luck, tomorrow's update, I'll be in Roncesvalles. I think there's 240 beds. It's an old monastery, and they're kind of like little cubbies. They're divided by some sort of lumber, plywood, something like that. So little pockets. It's not just one great big room. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And we'll talk to you later. Ciao. Buen camino.
You arrive now by bus.
Yes. Yeah, so the train was not going. I'm not sure why not, but it's all right. I'm here.
Hello. Yes. Very noisy.